Well, g'day, Jonathan Brake here, coming to you live from Yosemite National Park. It's a beautiful spot. Maybe you can see some stuff in the background. Not actually going to get to see the main part of the park while I'm here, but I'm here working with a bunch of leaders today, and what I've been working on recently is doing this whole thing called the 4 commitments of a great human being. And one of the reasons I call it that is you could say 4 commitments of a leader, but then there's a group of people that might say, well, I'm not a leader. Now, those of us smart leaders know that that's not the truth. We're all in leadership, we're all leading somebody somewhere, but so I call it a great human being because at the end of the day, it's great human principles. And so those 4 commitments are loving yourself, loving others, a commitment to growth and contribution, and a commitment to taking action. So just going to quickly unpack those 4 things and just and what we'll be doing here over the next few days. So the commitment to loving yourself. At the end of the day, one of the things I've learned that is if we don't have a good love for ourselves, if we don't have a good understanding of who we are and what we're on about, then it's very difficult for us to lead well. It's very difficult for us to, to be able to really care about our team and of course the second part, which is to love others. And so there are certain things, certain things that I look for when I'm saying, okay, is someone really caring about themselves? Are they committing to loving themselves? And that's, through lifestyle, through language, through the way they lead people, through how they commit to their own sense of personal time. I call them the startup and shutdown routines, all those sorts of things. So we discuss a lot of that in the first session. In the second section, which is loving others, this is obviously a clear and easy one when it comes to leadership because we have to love the people we're leading, otherwise it's very hard to lead them. Now, some of that comes from loving ourselves first. It's very hard to love others if we don't love ourselves. And so in this one, we're now talking about how do we care about our team? How do we really bring that love through the way we talk to people, the way we listen, the way we are mindful around people, the way we coach rather than manage, all those different things, what we understand about ourselves and others. So that's where we kind of draw that into a space of, okay, so we understand that we now have a commitment to loving ourselves and a commitment to loving others. Then we move on to the commitment of growth and contribution. Growth and contribution are basically the highest set of core needs in terms of understanding that there is an element of we want to grow and develop, but then there's also this element of we want to contribute and give something back. And so no need to unpack that anymore. It's as it is. And so we look at how do you actually grow and develop yourself? What are you doing to learn? What are you doing to develop? And then what are you doing to actually give something back? And that comes through leadership style. That also comes through just out and out contribution. How do we give back and make our community a better place? How do we bring hope into the places that we exist? So that's the third one, so commitment to growth and contribution. And then the last one, of course, is a commitment to taking action. And this is really, it's a simple step, but the most complicated because this is where, people have got to step in and actually do stuff themselves. And so nothing happens until somebody does something. And so it's really important in this journey that we set clear actions, we understand where you're at, where you need to be, we set some great goals around those actions, and we get into it. With a team like this, we'll generally run this for a day, maybe one of them is run over, for more than a day. And it's a really eye-opening session because most leadership training is about how we can be better at managing our teams, how we can be better at the business that we do, and not enough is about how we can be better people. And so that's what this really focuses on. It really applies to anyone. In this case, it's going to be business leaders, but it can be entrepreneurs, it could be husbands and wives, it could be kids in leadership, it could be anything. But it's those 4 commitments that are really important in terms of being able to do that. So that's what it's all about. I'd appreciate your feedback, and I'll let you know how we go. All right, enjoy. Until then, there's the view, and I'll see you next time.